Welcome back to the show. Maybe you're new here, maybe you've stuck around for multiple episodes. I just wanted to thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I also wanted to tell you something. So, I'm going to take a summer pause with the show. No big deal. I actually did it last summer, before the summer started, which was super helpful to sort of reassess where I'm taking the show. I'll continue to share content on LinkedIn as usual, like the top highlights from past episodes. I honestly don't share enough content from the show on LinkedIn. I have a lot of amazing content that people just don't know about. I started Modern Startup Marketing back in November 2020 as an experiment. Then it reached top 10% globally. Then it reached top 5% globally. And so far, it's been running. There are 4 seasons, almost 40,000 plays, hundreds of followers. And people ask me why I started my podcast. I get that question all the time. Anna, why did you start your podcast? And when I stop to think about it, it's really these two things. Number one, deeper insights into those topics that I care about. And number two, the ability to get closer to my audience. Those are the big two. Deeper insights and getting closer to my audience. You can't do that with social media. And I love social media. And I think it's absolutely necessary. But social media is a tip of the iceberg when it comes to marketing. Newsletters go a bit deeper. Podcasts go even deeper because you have people that are listening for 15 to 45 minutes or more. And many times listeners will listen to multiple episodes. Hours of listening time is way different than scrolling a feed and reading your post for 15 to 20 seconds. Can't argue with that, right? And you don't need 10,000 or 25,000 people reading your newsletter or listening to your show or following you on social, even. You just need a bunch of the right people loving your content. I do believe that companies need to incorporate the deeper ways to connect with their ICP and not just say, yeah, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on LinkedIn. Anybody can be on social media, but are you actually making it work where it ties back into the business? That is the hard stuff. That is the stuff that many marketers and founders aren't able to say, yeah, I know how to make that work. If you're just doing social media, that's the tip of the iceberg and you're creating loose relationships. If you're just doing newsletters, you're missing an opportunity to reach more people faster. If you're just going to in-person events and conferences, that's going to cost you both time and money versus what you can get from digital channels. But if you create a marketing system that incorporates two or more of these channels, then you're more likely to run an effective marketing engine that ties back into the business. Some channels that you may want to consider are, of course, social media, blog content, podcasting, newsletter, virtual events, building a community, in-person events. But that doesn't mean do everything and do it all at once. It means pick those 1 to 2 channels that are aligned with where your target ICP hangs out and go big in them. Really believe in them and put out amazing content that your whole company is proud of and that your ICP will love. And then add more as you conquer those initial channels. Connect the dots for marketing to work. Otherwise, your marketing will not work. So, thanks for sticking with me. I will be back after the summer. You can still catch me on LinkedIn, where I'll continue to share top highlights from past podcast episodes. And also, don't forget to listen to episode 200 if you want to hear me talk about things like what's been the hardest thing about podcasting for 4 years, what's been the most surprising thing about podcasting for 4 years, what mistakes did I make, all those things you can catch in episode 200. So, peace and love.